Why can't we have nice things? Vince McMahon is officially back in charge of the WWE. I mean, we only had a couple months, man. Come on. I just want to take this time to first of all say thank you to Triple H. We literally only had since SummerSlam. So we've had about 7, 8, 10 months or something like that. And it was the programs, the storytelling, everything was getting better. Not everything was perfect, but it was better. It felt different. I distinctly remember telling one of my friends that pay-per-views felt like pay-per-views again. And it's just, why won't Vince go away? Sometimes you got to understand that it's just past your time. The things that were working are no longer working anymore. And you have to pass the torch to someone who's younger and more in tune with the talent. But one of the biggest questions that I have is, how are we allowing Vince to come back from the thing that he had to go away for? Like, let's not forget why he had to retire in the first place. Like, how do the victims feel about this, it being swept under the rug? Hell, the UFC, that's crazy that they just look past that. It's just crazy how we live in a society where someone can do something as egregious as paying hush money for scandals, go away for a while, and then come back as if nothing happened, and then get, from a business standpoint, something that's even more beneficial than the situation that you had previously. Because the UFC that's real combat sports. And now that the WWE is merging with the UFC to create a new entity, I mean, Triple H said it, the WWE is not going anywhere. But it's crazy how Vince is allowed to take his place in as the chairman or the leader of this whole movement. I know that they've been saying that, the talent on Monday Night Raw, it was I think they said that somebody said that it was like a nuke had went off or something along those lines. And I could tell, but before I even knew this was a thing, officially, I tweeted it. I told my friends, I was like, this smells like Vince McMahon. There's no way that this is Triple H and his booking. Having Seth Rollins come out and literally just sit in the middle of the ring and just let the crowd sing his music. Yes, he does that, but it's usually before or after something happens. That's all that happened. And then someone pointed out, it was in a tweet, that they saw some people talking to Seth during the commercial break, and it looked like, okay, an audible is being pulled. And apparently, again, according to PW Insider, 15 to 20 minutes before Raw went live, they said that there were a number of late rewrites for the episode. And they were saying that it's described as not feeling like the type of changes that talents and staff had come to expect under Triple H. So this man, Vince, is literally just coming through and just Thanos snapping everything that has been working. I actually looked forward to pay-per-views or premium live events, whatever you want to call them. I was looking forward to them. I get my wrestling families together. We'll watch them together. The Rumble was amazing. We played a game during the Rumble where everybody got random numbers. The numbers determine your picks. And, we even had a little trophy. We created a game out of that. We had a lot to talk about. The endings told stories that led to, you had to pay attention to Monday Night Raw or SmackDown that week. And last night, Vince just came in and just destroyed everything. Like, what more does this man need? He's Vince outside of the ring, or excuse me, outside of all of the stuff that he done. Vince is a legendary figure because he, I think his father started it, but he really catapulted WWE in wrestling. But at a certain point, you got to call it quits. You have to know when your time has come. Especially if you're caught in a scandal, man. Like, But it's just like, how can he get away with this? And this really makes me wonder. I know I'm spitballing, y'all. This makes me wonder. AEW, this is your chance to redeem yourself. Triple H has the title of the chief content. I forgot what it's officially called, but he has the title that he's the head of creative. But we know who's really pulling the strings. And the saddest part is, how does this affect the ending to the storyline of the Bloodline? First of all, Cody should have won. I believe Cody should have won. I don't think you need to hit the 1,000-day mark. I don't think you need the belts on Roman to even make this story continue. The story is going to continue regardless. They're actually family. And then there's so many unanswered questions. How does Jay and Jimmy fare with Roman after them losing the titles? How does Solo fare with Roman after losing his first match against Cody? How does Sami Zayn and KO, how are they intertwined with Cody and the Bloodline? Like, there's so many unanswered questions. And then just to throw Brock Lesnar on Cody Rhodes with no explanation. I mean, it's Brock Lesnar. That makes sense. But you can't just insert him into this story. Like, it didn't make sense. I'm still confused. Like, I don't know if I need to go back and watch some old footage to see if they have any history, but it just didn't make any sense. So now, where do we go from here? I honestly want to know, are you guys still going to watch WWE? Like, I know it's not necessarily going to like hard stop this week, but at a certain point, supporting this company is supporting Vince. I mean, it was supporting Vince anyway, I guess, but I don't know. Like where do we go from here? The booking decisions are not going to be as good as they've been. At least I don't feel like they are. If Vince McMahon has his finger on the button, what we've come to love about wrestling over the past 7-8 months, that's not going to be there. So do we stop watching? Do we just watch New Japan and the indie scene and NXT? Do we watch AEW? Like, this really is the absolute worst outcome, because I feel like WWE was finally onto something, like making wrestling what it used to feel like when I was younger. But now Vince literally came back and he just won't go away. And he tried to lie to us and say that he's not going to be in the weeds, I think is how he put it. But they said he was in Gorilla for Monday Night Raw. This really sucks, man. Like, it really sucks. I was going to put up some 2K content, man, but it's like, I was on Twitter trying to find some form of direction of where this was going to take us. And everybody's just as confused as I am. So I know this is probably just a rant video. Might not, it's just me getting my thoughts out. But I know I'm not the only person that was confused. I know I'm not the only person that is aggravated, disappointed. I mean, you just pick a synonym. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are y'all still going to watch WWE, or do we really need to reconsider? Because maybe if we reconsider, maybe we can have some type of voice to where they can see, hey, you being here is driving people away. Now, of course, this is going to require a major part of the wrestling community to not support WWE. I don't know. I don't even know. Like, CM Punk was right. Vince just won't go away. The best thing for the company is for him to let Triple H take it. Like, it's proven. Like, I think this past Raw was one of the lowest rated Raws. It was just a mess. It literally looked like Nobody knew what was going on. There was just, I mean, even the way Riddle came back, I feel like that could have been a little bit more dynamic. And I'm interested to know what all of the changes were. But like I said, you know, where do we go from here? Are you guys still going to watch WWE, or are y'all done?